Hello everyone and welcome to Everyday's Kitchen. This video is the third in my series on how to make pizza at home, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make two types of pizza. The first one is a thin crust pizza with seafood topping, and the second one is a thick crust pizza with salami, cheese and egg on top. So we start with the thin crust pizza first. For this pizza we need to prepare these ingredients. Note that I have shared detailed tutorials on how to make pizza dough and pizza sauce at home, and they are all in the previous videos of this series, so don't forget to check them out. So I have 175 grams of pizza dough here, and what I'm gonna do is to flatten and then stretch it out. It's usually suggested that it's best to use our hands to stretch pizza dough, but if you feel that it's too difficult to use the hands, just roll it out with a rolling pin. If the dough sticks to your hand, feel free to use some dry flour to coat your hands. And as this is a thin crust pizza, we want the dough to be about 3 to 5 milliliters thick, which is quite thin but not too thin that it can tear up. When finished, put the dough onto a pizza pan, cover the dough and then let it rest at room temperature for about 20 minutes. Meanwhile, preheat the oven to 250 degrees C. High heat is among the key for crispy crust of pizza, so it's best to set our oven at the highest temperature that it can reach, and also preheat the oven about 20 to 25 minutes in advance so that it has enough time to reach the desired temperature. While waiting for the dough to relax, we also prepare the topping. Saute onions with a tablespoon of olive oil on high heat for about 1 minute, and add in the seafood and quickly stir for about 1 or 2 minutes until the seafood is about 80% cooked. This seafood will continue to be cooked in the oven, so we don't want them to be well done here. Then they will get dry when we bake them with the pizza in the oven. Drain the seafood to remove all of the liquid, then set them aside to get cool completely. Coming back to the dough, after 20 minutes we can see that the dough has risen a bit, and this is a time for us to put the topping onto this pizza dough. First, brush the dough with some olive oil. This not only gives more flavor to the pizza but also helps prevent the liquid from the sauce and other topping to leak into the dough and then make it soggy. Next, brush a thin layer of pizza sauce onto the pizza, then sprinkle some cheese onto the pizza and lay the seafood over. Finally, put another layer of cheese on top. I use a mix between Mozzarella and Emmental cheese here, but feel free to choose any kinds of cheese that you like. So before putting the pizza into the oven, spray some water onto the sides of the oven. This helps to make the pizza crust to be crispier. Then bake the pizza at 250 degrees C for about 12 to 15 minutes until the cheese has bubbled and the crust turns golden brown. If you think that the topping, particularly the cheese, burns too fast, then in the last 5 minutes you can reduce the temperature of the oven to 230 degrees C. And now turning to the second pizza. Similar to the first one, we roll the dough out. But as this one is a thick crust pizza, I make the dough about 5 to 7 milliliters thick. We can continue to bake this pizza on a pizza pan like before, but if you don't have one, then a normal pan like this is also okay. I cover the pan with some cornstarch to prevent the pizza sticking to it. Then I put the dough onto the pan, cover it and let the dough rest for about 20 minutes. Meanwhile, preheat the oven to 210 degrees C. And for the topping, I sauteed mushrooms with some onions for about 1 minute on medium heat until the mushroom and onions are a little bit soft. Then set them aside to get cool completely. So after about 15 to 20 minutes, we can start to put the topping onto the pizza dough. Like before, first we apply a thin layer of olive oil onto the pizza dough and then follow with a thin layer of pizza sauce. I still have some cheddar cheese left in the fridge, so I decided to put it here. And then I put some slices of salami, mushrooms, onions, and finally I finished with a lot of cheese. Then bake the pizza at 200 to 210 degrees C for about 10 minutes until the crust is lightly golden. Then take the pizza out and put it in the middle of the pizza, topped with more cheese. Continue to bake it for another 5 to 7 minutes until the crust is golden brown. When the pizza is ready, take it out of the oven. I drizzle some olive oil onto the top of the pizza, and I also put some fresh leaves of basil here. So I hope this video, as well as the previous 2 tutorials, have given you a lot of inspirations so that you get into your kitchen and then make some yummy pizzas on your own. In the next tutorial, I'm gonna share with you how to make pizza without an oven. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to see you again in the next tutorial. Goodbye.